Hello and welcome, fair audience. I am your teacher for the evening and resident nuclear chaos, Azorathoth. I am a storyteller and a world builder at heart, and I'm happy to lead you to the path of godhood. At least, I assume that's what you're here for, to forge worlds inhabited by the people of your choosing, crafted from a mind honed for brilliance. Then you've come to the right place. This is the beginning of my guide to creating people or characters to inhabit your stories. As a creator, I know how hard it can be to begin stories, create settings or characters, and present your hard work as you envisioned. So I am here to present the eons of information I have gathered for your consumption, to be alchemized out as information and then further made into gold. To begin, we will be discussing shape symbolism. Some of you may consider this a review of basics, but for new creators, this information can be considered the bedrock of creation. Shape symbolism is based in the three basic shapes: circles, squares, and triangles. Circles are what is considered a feminine shape. It's round and rolls easily. It has no sharp edges. Squares are what is considered a masculine shape. It is stable and hard to move. While it has angles, all of them are equal and generally unoffending. Triangles are considered an action-oriented shape. It can be stable, but it can also be dynamic. Now, sometimes you'll encounter shapes composed so neatly, all equal lines, all equal angles, but a lot of the time in character art, you will not see perfect shapes. You'll see ellipses, rhombuses, and obtuse and acute triangles. And those different shapes can change the direct meaning of those shapes. For example, this long ellipse is obviously stretched, but it seems floppy like a pancake. This stretched one is active and excited, but barely stable, like dancing. This one is large and monolithic, making even the docile circle kind of intimidating. Squares are more flexible than basic circles, also invoking dancing and equally as big and intimidating or small and meek. Differences are even clearer with triangles, which can be incredibly dynamic. They can be action lines, stable mountains, stabbing blades, and shapes ready to topple. So as quick review, circles are round and soft and shaped in a way that is inherently protagonistic. Squares are stable, angled, strong, and reliable. It can be used to signify tough characters. Triangles are active and dangerous because of their sharp appearance, and could be called antagonistic, but that's not always the case. Here are some examples I prepared of how shapes that are assigned to characters can influence what they communicate. There are stories and personalities in these shapes, and as a creator, it is our job to lead those stories out. Lines are even more basic than shapes, and have similar representational properties. For example, this line is not very dynamic, but with a little flair it can be quite impactful, even apart from a whole. Feel the grace and rolling waves in this curve, or the energy in the swirl, or the agitation in this line, cutting back and forth. Working with shapes in black and white is a perfect way to introduce you, fair audience, to the world of character design. So here we will look at silhouettes to examine their shapes. This first character's silhouette is square with sharp angles. This silhouette conveys masculinity very strongly, as well as a certain amount of toughness. This character is nothing but circles and round shapes, however they are imposing and large. Look at the width across the widest part of the character. Whoever this is, they are powerful. And lastly, we have a character made of nothing but edges. This character is likely a villain. Each line leads into a point, and those sharp edges certainly scream "stay away." This is an exercise I like to perform on some of my favorite characters. Try it for yourself and see what they convey with their shapes. Western animation and video games are really good to do this exercise on. Unfortunately, fair audience, this is where we will have to part ways, but I'm happy to have imparted this wisdom onto you. Follow along next time, dear viewers, and we will talk about color symbolism. Please subscribe if you like this video and definitely give me your feedback. I'm always happy to hear constructive criticism and to see what I can improve for next time. Have a good night, dear viewers, and be the creator God you want to see in the world.